What's up, you guys? Today we're here at Alga. I like to skate here quite a bit, but I think it'd be pretty cool to show you each feature and what this place has to offer. So let's check it out. Okay, standing from the top, you have an overlook of the entire park. You can start your runs this way, this way, this way. A few options. I like this park because it's very flowy. You can go all the way across, come all the way back, all in the same run. All right, we got ledge on the right. I'd say this thing's about knee height coming down on a 4-stair. We got this guy in the middle. Same, again, about knee height. Pretty chunky. You can board slide it 50-50, 5-0. 4 stairs on both. Runway's a little sketchy. You got another ledge on this side, which is cool. Knee height. This one's fun because you can go down all the way out, or you can just come off the side. We got transition on this side. Just a bummer that the ground's kind of messed up. I think it's pretty cool because you can start your run from up there. You can either hit the ledge, hit this metal guy, do a kickflip down the 4, or say if you just want to ride down, you can swing around, hit the transition, do whatever. If you want to rock and roll, come back down, and that gives you enough speed to either hit this guy, 3-stair on both sides, flip trick down the transition, or you can even hit this ledge. Definitely higher than shin, but this one's fun. I've yet to flip into this one just because it's front side for me. This thing's kind of interesting because when you trick onto it, it's kind of hollow in the middle. So, but it's very fun, and it comes off about almost waist height, so you can get a good flick off. Along this fence, we got the A-frame. I like to call this thing the Cybertruck ledge because it just looks like a Cybertruck sitting there. This thing is very fun. I like to warm up on it, just ollie manuals, come back down, flip into it, flip out. Beginning of it, I'd say, shoot, it's not even shin height. And then it goes up and then it goes down. It's very fun. It's wax, so you can 5-0, 50-50, do a couple combo tricks, so that's very fun. Got this ledge on the left. That thing's about, I'd say, a little higher than knee height. And then if you keep coming over here, we got double 3-stair. The old, I believe it's like a replica of the San Francisco one. Pretty cool. In the middle here, we got the manual pads. This is probably, again, one of my favorite features. This thing you can learn tricks on. It's got like a C going on to it. It's not too curvy, so when you're on there, it kind of just goes to the left, pop off. The beginning of it is about that high, and it obviously comes to a bigger side, which is very fun to flip off of. So kickflip in, kickflip out, any kind of manual tricks or any kind of grinds are very fun on this thing. Standing on the opposite side of the C, we got the straight ledge, which this thing is waxed pretty well. If you want to learn backsides, if you're regular, this thing's fun. I learned kickflip 50-50. Look at the height on that, it's pretty cool. And I've seen people like come across this way and then turn their grinds this way. So that's pretty cool. And then flipping in that way is fun as well. Rail right next to the mani pad. This thing's fun because you can flip in, flip out, and it's not too scary. I learned 50-50s on this, especially with it being a round bar. It's pretty fun to lock into. And as you drop down from the transition here, this gap is so much fun because it's not too big. I'd say about a good, almost 4.5 length. And the runway leading up to it gives you a good pop, and then the landing is very smooth, so as you come across this transition gap, it's pretty cool. It leads up to a wave in the rest of the park that you can just continuously come back and forth. and come back around, which is fun. There's a big wave that you can go up and down. Especially if you're dropping in from the top, you can get a lot of speed hitting the bacon, which I call bacon, or you could hit that ledge, or even, you know, come back and forth and hit whatever ledges you want. In the middle of the 3 levels, there's this guy, which you can learn backside, frontside grinds, or you could even session in the middle, grind, do combo, and then grind. It's cool because you could do different combos. You could do grinds, manuals to grinds, or even flip out, whatever. And then on this left-hand side, we have a really nice ledge. Pretty lengthy. But you can hit it going down the gap, or you can hit it coming up the gap, which is fun. And then again, this Euro is about, I'd say, skateboard length. It's smaller than the other one I showed you previously, but this one's cool because you could drop in from the tower, do a kickflip up, or you can even ollie up and do some 50-50s. So this thing is definitely fun. And the way that it boosts you up doesn't toss you too high up. This part of the park's pretty cool just because there's different tiers if you want to skate. Like say if you want to just hit that ledge, pop off, or even if you're skating on this one, you can hit that one, pop off. Or even if you're up top, this thing's pretty cool because it's about shin height. It's pretty large in person compared to camera. I know it doesn't look that tall, but if you're trying to 50-50 or 5-0, you definitely gotta pop an ollie onto there. Going up the bacon, you can either grind on the side or you can just come around. And I've seen people air over just because when you try to go down, it's just straight nose dive, nose dip, and I've seen people eat it on skateboards, bicycles, scooters. Shoot, even walking down this thing I've eaten. So coming off the bacon, you have this transition. I'd say it's like a 45 angle. Definitely not a 90 because it's not sharp, but you can air over it, or you can even pop up on top, manual, and then go down. But I normally just like to hit the side, come down, transition where you can hit up going down. And then this is called the bell tower, I believe, which has got a little bump in the middle. It's fun because you can go up and down and catch some speed to either, you know, rock and roll one of the 3 tiers, or you could say like just like 3 drop-in parts. You know, like that one, which you can stand on, that one, and the very top. I've seen a few people actually drop in off the top of that onto that, which is nuts. So also people like to go up and around swoop. And then just behind the tower, there's like a pathway where you can skate. There's a bike lock in case if you guys ever want to leave your board here overnight, you just bring a lock. Very useful. I've used this thing a handful of times. It's never let me down. You know, especially when I have to use the restroom, lock it up, come right back. So that's pretty cool. Now on this farther hand side, got a couple places to sit. There's like benches. You can still skate them. Coming from this side, you can like ollie, manual, pop off into here. Not many people skate it, but it is doable. And then we have 2, you could say like pools or bowls or vert, whatever. Not sure what they call this one, but on this side, I'd say it's about a good 9-foot drop leading to like a 12 on the far hand side. So you can sesh it coming back and forth, or you can have different runs swooping around. You drop in there, swing around. It's pretty cool because you can go up and around and then continue. onto this side. I'd say this is probably the most legit looking pool just because of how nice it is, the layout, the materials they used, you know, especially how it drops in, grinds, very nice. Got a 3-stair, which is called a cake. When people ride over, they like to sesh over the cake. There is tile along, which is cool. So when you're beginning here, for me, it was hard to ride down and actually try to hit tile because the far hand side is, I'd say, like a good 12 foot. And a nice thing about this pool is it's got decent transition, because I know a lot of pools are very just like deep and dive. There's no like corner to them. You kind of just have to jump up. But this one, you can ride sesh all day long. I was talking about these 3 benches, but you can come up ollie manual, go all the way around and jump off into the middle, or you can hit either one of these. Pretty fun. I'd say just the gap's a little bit bigger as each one is farther apart, but they are fun to skate. There are picnic tables that are underneath shade right next to the park, so if you want to bring family, friends, people that may just want to watch or chill or just hang out, it's a cool place to just sit, because if you sit right here, you can get an angle of whoever's skating on this side. And then if you look on the farther hand side, you can also watch people skate. There are restrooms, there's trashes. Cool thing next to the picnic tables is this guy. I believe this is just for sitting and spectating, but I've seen people ride, push along, and actually air into the bacon. I've seen some people like ollie into the turf and just ride down. But that's another one where I've also seen people come down the wave, hit the bacon, and come up to this guy. So I'm gonna go down the left-hand side and give you guys just like a little run of just what it feels like, looks like to be here. And then on the second part, I'll come down the farther hand side and then we'll just loop around. But this is just to give you an idea of what it's like to be riding aboard here and how much fun this place actually is. And how much there is to do here. So honestly, all types of levels, it's all fun. Again, you can hit top level, hit the middle, or you could even hit the bottom. And again, you come around, hit the bell tower, swoop around, you got bump. Now again, you can go up the gap, or you can just continue your run right along through here. Which for me, being regular, coming this way and hitting this gap is so much fun. So coming down, never go down the middle, just because that's the stair set. You either want to go on the left side or the right side. If you do go on the right side, that's when I usually hit the gap. Or if you're going down on the left side, you can hit the manual pad, or if you don't even have to push, you can ride down and you'll have enough speed to board slide that entire bar, or even 50-50 it. It's a rail in the middle. It's about almost waist height. And then this is a good, 6-7 stair landing. It's not too bad, definitely doable. And then these guys on this side, thinner, made of metal. I've seen people 50-50 it. I think that's probably as crazy as you want to get on that. And on the left-hand side, we actually have like an entire ledge, which is nice. Hitting it backside. Or say if you even want to hit it on this side, you can do that as well. You can hit it going down the gap. I've seen, people nose slide on this side coming down. So we're standing it from the top. You guys see, you got 2 rocks and then the tree. When this place first opened, this was all bark. None of this was here. So I'm not sure why they put 2 rocks in a tree, especially when you're trying to gap it. They probably don't want you gapping it as much. But runway is legit. Definitely have a good time to push. And then you don't have to ollie over anything. You can kind of just sail down it. So you just need enough speed to obviously clear the gap, but you want to make sure that you go over that guy too. I've seen a couple people come down, hit the rock, and then ollie off, which is pretty cool. And then this was built after the old Carlsbad gap at the school. Not same size. This is probably like a third of the size of that gap, maybe like half. The one at the school was definitely higher, lengthier. So I know it's just like a replica. So coming down farther hand side, I'm gonna show you the other way you can hit runs. Which, one of my favorites is coming down that, because you don't even have to push. You can get enough speed to hit the gap or hit the rail. And as you're coming up, down over the wave, you're either hitting the bacon or you're coming through and you're clearly going over, or you're coming back down and then you're airing up, or you can hit the ledge, bacon again obviously, combo, hitting the wave. Okay you guys, and then we have a second bike lock. We have two, not one, but two. So if you have multiple decks, you can lock them up for storage. You know, like sometimes I'll bring the mini deck, I'll put it there, leave my board, keep the extra board, and then ride my other one. Standing from the bottom of the gap, you can see it's very doable. Coming from the top, you can clearly get enough speed, which I admire. You can hit the side of the ledge as well. But here's a good visual of the gap. I know on camera it seems different, but in person, very doable. So that's pretty much Alga, standing from the top. I hope you guys like this video. This is just me showing you what there is to skate here. Maybe if you want to come here, visit here, or even just look up this video for fun to see what there is, I recommend coming here. This is definitely one of my top 5 skate parks of San Diego. So let me know what you guys think. If you like this place, if you hate it, what tricks have you done here if you've been here, what tricks you recommend I do this year, because I'm gonna be spending a lot of time skateboarding and I love this place. So on the next one, guys, peace.